Hi, Lisa from Elman B here, and welcome back to my channel. It is the end of 3 weeks of my daily art challenge, and I have all of these little minis all finished. Thought I would pop on today and just talk you through some of them, and to say thank you for joining me on this journey so far. Please sprinkle that like button with a little bit of fairy dust and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's go and check out week 3. I've got my stack of week 3 paintings here, and I've still got weeks 1 and 2 sitting here. The first piece from week 3 was inspired by a beautiful forest flame bush in a neighbour's garden, and I just thought these looked like little skirts or dresses that might belong to a fairy, so I popped a little fairy in the corner of that one standing on a leaf. Maybe she's going dress shopping. I thought that was a really cute idea. One of you guys mentioned that in a comment and I really loved it. This was inspired by a local cherry blossom tree, which is really early for the cherry blossoms to be out right now, but I just loved the twisted shape of this tree, and I really wanted to have a go at doing a full cherry blossom tree. I'm thinking next week I might do you guys a little tutorial on how to do a very simple, easy version of this one, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This is probably my favorite piece that I've painted so far, and along the line, which is an old railway line in our village, there are some beautiful carved fairy houses, and there was a little carved fairy house that I saw there, and I just decided to paint this beautiful meadow with all the yellows because there's so many daffodils about at the moment, and this gorgeous little fairy house with his little door and his little window came about, and I just absolutely love this piece. This was a strange one. I was out on quite an overcast morning, and it was slightly hazy because of the spring sun, but there was lots of clouds about as well, and I found a beech tree that still had all of its autumn leaves all dried and shriveled on it, but it still had that total autumny colour about it, which was amazing. So I had to capture that because it seemed a little bit magical. I love how the colours of this one turned out. These sort of bluey greens, they are some of my favourite colours, and there's 3 little fairy orbs in the background on that one. So another one I'm very pleased with. This was again another local garden, one that I see on the walk to school with my daughter in the morning, and this is actually a wild currant. I thought maybe it was a type of raspberry or a loganberry or something, but it's actually a currant. So that's just a beautiful flower. I love the colour. I loved the sunlight that day. It was a beautiful spring sunny morning, and I was so pleased. Somebody left me a comment saying that this reminded them of a spring morning, and I was just so happy because that's exactly what I was trying to capture, was that sunny spring morning and the first flowers of spring. So very pleased about that. And in complete contrast, we had a frosty morning. It happens in Scotland where we get a lot of frost first thing in the morning in spring, but I found this beautiful foliage. I've not identified the plant yet, but it's in a wildflower meadow, so maybe when it flowers I'll be able to tell what it is. And it was a sort of bluey green coloured leaf, and it was all covered in frost, and I feel I did an okay job capturing the feel of that frost, but I couldn't resist painting a little frost fairy sprinkling her magic onto the plant. And the last one of week 3 is another fairy flower meadow, and just when I was walking about this morning, everywhere I looked there was these tiny little purple flowers. They're just in hedgerows, on the edges of people's gardens, They were in little woodland areas, and I just kept seeing them everywhere. So I came home and I looked them up, and they're periwinkles. I can't believe I didn't know that they were periwinkles. And I just thought, oh, I have to paint a meadow full of periwinkles. And as I was painting it, this magical little winding path just appeared with these little fairies fluttering off in the distance, going to somewhere secret and magical up ahead. So that's week 3. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and follow along as we start week 4.